Hello, dear teachers and everyone else watching this channel. Welcome to my channel Learnology. I hope you all are doing good. I am also good, and today I have made this English lesson plan for you on the topic subject and predicate. Okay, but before starting, I want you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed it yet. So let's get started. So you can use this lesson plan for classes 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so in the starting, we'll write the details like teacher's name, class, subject, topic, date, period, duration. Okay, if you are pursuing any course like any teaching course like DLED or BEd or any other course, so instead of teacher's name you will write pupil teacher's name. Okay, everywhere wherever I have mentioned teacher, you will mention pupil teacher. Okay, so topic is subject and predicate. Subject is English grammar, and class, whatever class suits you, you can mention that. Okay, and the date on which you will be teaching this lesson, and the period in which you will be teaching, and the duration. It means how much time you are going to take to teach this lesson. Okay, so the first heading in our lesson plan after the details comes general objectives. General objectives are the objectives that are related to the subject. Okay, it means what are your objectives as a teacher to teach this particular subject. Like, why are you teaching English grammar? So what outcomes do you want, that you will write here. Okay, so I have written four of them. You can write three or five according to your need. Okay, first one is to increase the interest of students in learning English language. Second, to enhance the reading, writing, and speaking skills of students. Third, to enable the students to use English grammar correctly in their practical life. Fourth is to make students aware about the rules of English grammar. Okay, so these are the general objectives which are related to the subject, and you can use these general objectives or copy paste them in all the English grammar lesson plans. Okay, after that comes specific objectives. This is our next heading. Okay, I have written three over here. So first one is to make students understand the concepts of subject and predicate. Second, to help students identify the subject and predicate in a sentence. Third, to help students to construct sentences with clear subject and predicates. So the specific objectives that I have written over here are related to the topic that we are teaching. Okay, so this, and then next heading comes teaching aids. So in teaching aids, we write all the material that is required by the teacher to teach this topic. For example, chalk, duster, blackboard, pointer, chart, flashcard, whatever you need, you write over here. Okay, next heading is previous knowledge assumed. Now, what previous knowledge is required and it is assumed that the students have for teaching this topic? Okay, so students have previous knowledge of parts of a sentence and know how to construct a sentence. Okay, they should know these things, then only we can teach this topic. So next heading comes previous knowledge testing. So now we will test their previous knowledge. For this, in our lesson plan, we make two columns. First is teacher's activity and the other is student's activity. So here the teacher is going to ask few questions based on their previous knowledge, and the assumed answers of students are recorded here. Okay. First question is, what is a sentence? So the students will answer a sentence is a group of words that makes sense. Okay, they know what is a sentence. They have studied it in their earlier classes. Next question is, can you give an example? So they'll give one example. I've written an example. For example, they'll say Meeta is having fun at the beach. Okay, so now we'll ask them, can you identify the doer or the main thing in this sentence? So they will say that Meeta is the doer. Okay, next question we will ask them, what is that part of the sentence called that tells us about the doer or the main thing that the sentence is talking about? So there would be no response, and it is a problematic question because that is what leads to our topic that we are going to teach. Okay, so the next heading obviously comes announcement of the topic. Now we are going to announce the topic in our class. Okay, we don't announce the topic straight away when we enter the class. Then we will say, well students, today we will learn about subject and predicate. So next heading comes presentation, and this is the main part of our lesson plan. Okay, where the teaching happens. So here we make four columns. Okay, you can make the fifth one also, which is teaching method. So here I've made four of them. So First one is subject matter, second is teachers' activities, third is students' activities, and fourth is blackboard work. Okay, now first subject matter, what are we going to teach them? We'll give them introduction of subject and predicate. Okay, they will be introduced with what is subject and predicate. So the teacher will explain that a complete sentence has two parts. Okay, a complete sentence has two parts. First one is subject and the second is predicate. And what will students do? Students' activities is students will listen carefully, and we can make this sort of diagram over here. Okay, next subject matter is explanation of subjects. Now we are going to explain what is a subject. The teacher will explain the meaning of subject with examples in detail. Okay, she'll tell them subject refers to the doer of the action in a sentence, and she'll also say it is either a noun, a pronoun, or a noun phrase that performs the action of the verb or about which something is stated in the rest of the sentence. Okay, she will also tell them that a sentence can have more than one subject. And what will the students do here? The students will note down the important points. Okay, and we will write this on the blackboard. Like we can write subject, what is the subject? It is the doer of the action, and then we can give examples. Okay, 3 sentences we can give as examples, and we'll underline the subject so that it is clear, and we'll also explain them. Okay, next subject matter is explanation of predicate. Now we'll explain them. What is predicate? So the teacher will explain the meaning of predicate along with examples. Okay, a predicate contains the verb that represents the action done by the subject, the receiver of the action, other information about the subject, the time or place of the action, and so on. Okay, all these things are there in the predicate. So what will students do? Students will note down the important points, and on the blackboard what will we do? We'll write predicate, and we'll explain them what is predicate. We'll write the part of the sentence that tells us what the subject does or is the predicate. Okay, we'll give them the examples likewise, and we'll underline the predicate over here like I have done. Okay, so one more important thing that I want to tell you before continuing further is that if you are pursuing the teaching course, then what you can do is in the blackboard work you can write the blackboard work on a piece of black paper. Okay, so that it looks very realistic to the. So the fourth subject matter is guided practice. Okay, now the teacher will use flashcards with sentences written on them and will ask the students to come forward one by one and read the sentence and tell the subject as well as the predicate in the sentence. Okay, so this is sort of an activity that we can conduct in the classroom, okay, to make their understanding better. So what will the students do? Students will follow teacher's instructions and do the activity. Okay, and there would be no blackboard work, of course. Now the lesson plan does not end over here. Okay, the next topic is, or the next heading is recapitulation. Here the teacher asked few questions to the students, okay, in order to understand whether they have understood the topic or not. Okay, or what lacks. Now first question is, what is a subject? Second, what is a predicate? Third, identify the subject and the predicate in the following sentences. First is Marina Beach is very famous. Second, we visited Qutub Minar last year. Third, Sam's laptop is not working since yesterday. After that, next heading comes homework. First question is, circle the subject and underline the predicate in the following sentences. First question is, Nalini and her daughter go for a walk every morning. Second, the road to the airport has been blocked for weeks due to some repairing work. Third, they had masala dosa for breakfast. Fourth, the girl staying opposite my house works at Hindustan Unilever. Fifth, my train will reach Delhi at 10:40 p.m. Okay, so this was our lesson plan. It is done, and I hope you all have liked it. If you have liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it with your other teacher friends, and also subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for more recent updates. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye bye.